Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to another video. So let's talk about The Walking Dead World Beyond episode 6. I don't know what the episode title is at all. I should actually look this up. It'll be in the title for this video, I'm sure, but yeah, anyways. Tonight's episode picks up right after last week's episode where we saw this mysterious new character appear. Who was this character, and does this character impact the story at all? Well, it definitely does, but before we go any further, I do have to warn you for spoilers for tonight's episode of The Walking Dead World Beyond, and yeah, I'm sure most of you guys have already watched it already, so I guess I should say, if you are new here and you do want more Walking Dead content like this, just make sure to be a subscriber. In 2 weeks from now, I do think we're going to get some more, I do think we'll get our first look at episode 17, or just of any episode there for The Walking Dead. They've been filming now for probably almost a month now, and definitely they've gotten one episode done for sure, probably two, or they're halfway done to, or the 18th episode, and by then they should be done those 2 episodes. I do think we'll get an overall first look, and it'll be from all of that. It depends on how they film things too. They could be starting episode 19, they'll put something together from that, but we need a release date. Like, we need a release date for those 6 new episodes. We need to know when it's coming out and what's going on. And so I think we're going to get that on November 22nd, which is going to be the mid-season finale for Fear the Walking Dead. World Beyond they're actually having 2 episodes air, episode 9 and 10. Both of them are airing on November 29th. So it's not going into December like I thought it was. Both of them are actually going to end on November 29th. Or not both of them, but the season's going to end then. And then after that, we're just kind of waiting on what's next for The Walking Dead. When are we going to get these I guess 9 new episodes for Fear the Walking Dead, right? To finish off Fear Season 6, and also World Beyond. What about Season 2? And so I think we're going to get some announcements on that. I don't think we're going to get an exact release date for World Beyond Season 2, but they may say like summer 2021, right? And then Fear, they should give a release date. They might say like later spring or something of 2021. And then I think these 6 new episodes, they should give probably an exact release date or a release month, followed by a teaser and stuff like that. Or I guess the teaser would air first and then it would show the air date. So I can't wait. That's kind of what I'm expecting. So if you want my videos on all of that, just make sure to be a subscriber. So this new character, his name is Percy, and I knew right from the get-go that this character was trustable. I knew there was something off. He wasn't telling the truth, but I knew that there was something about him that actually added to the story. And I knew he was a good person. And it's not like I'm psychic and I can just read the character that well. It's because the showrunner, Matt Negrete, said that there's 2 new characters being introduced soon that changes a lot of what the World Beyond is, affects the story a lot. And when I saw this character, I knew there was someone else around. And so I knew he wasn't telling the truth, but I knew that it was like, I guess they're good characters. And yeah, I knew they were going somewhere with this. I couldn't trust him. And I think that's why it actually annoyed me a lot that Iris just trusted him so much, because you don't trust someone like that. And that was kind of the whole thing of the episode. Iris is really liking this guy, and she's like really liking this guy. Like, I don't know, for me, I kind of got the vibe or feeling that she had almost like a crush on him, kind of, but she was really trying, like, she really wanted this guy to be good. She just had this belief that he was going to be a really good person. And then when it was revealed that he lied to her and stuff, she was just so hurt by it. Which was just so like, what? Why would you be that hurt about it? I have this feeling that she might have a crush on him a little bit. I don't know. That's just my speculation right now. So I wonder if that's gonna, or how that would go with Iris and Silas, because I don't know if they're actually a thing, but they've kind of been a thing. So I don't really know what's going on there. But I just got this feeling that Iris really, yeah, especially during the campfire scene, it seemed like she was almost dreaming about him kind of thing, right? Just the way she was staring at him. I got that vibe, and I think that definitely clouded her judgment here with the character. But then again, all of the other characters, they just trusted him, which is what I would say kind of ruined Felix a little bit. Only because Felix trusted the guy right away. At first, he was like, oh, I don't know. But then all of a sudden, he just like trusted him. And I was just like, that's a little off for the character. That character should not be that trusting, right? If that was Rick, I mean, we saw what Rick did to Aaron, right, in that barn in season 5. Like, I know Felix is nowhere near that place where Rick was, but you don't trust someone like that. But I guess that's the point, right? These characters are just, Felix, yes, he's a guard in this community. He's kind of working with the CRM, or he's a part of them, but it's not really the same thing, right? Like, in terms of they've had that security, and overall they kind of trust everybody. They haven't had the experience of being out there and not trusting people and people screwing them over and stuff like that. Even though he's a little skeptical about it, he's still overall pretty like you can fool him for sure. But after Iris and them catch him in this lie about where he was, and I caught that too. As soon as he said Florida and Wyoming, I was like, wait, what? How did that make sense? That was a few months. And I caught it right away, and I was like, I hope that this is a part of the story, because if it's not a part of the story, I'm going to question that. I'm like, how the hell did you do that? That makes no sense. But it was a part of the story, thankfully. And yeah, it was just that. They had to, or Percy lost his truck, and so they had to go take his truck back. And obviously that was the whole setup him and his friend were planning. And then so the whole quest for this episode was, we need to take this truck back. And that's what they go to do. They go and try to take Percy's truck, and we pretty much jump right into that right away. There's no waiting around for it. There was no Huck in this episode, which I thought was, I guess it's kind of refreshing. Sometimes it's nice when you don't see characters for a while, like on Fear. It's kind of the same thing. So then when you see them a couple episodes later, it's like, oh, there's that person, right? So kind of works. Like, I'm sure she'll be back in next week's episode. Hope is definitely feeling very guilty right now about Elton's mom. And so she's trying to help him out with stuff. And she said that she's going to help him with his book and do whatever the hell he needs. And they can actually get that done. So I thought that was kind of cool. Like, they're trying to make those two characters closer now. And like, I guess that is the way to do it. You're doing it through Hope's guilt, because Hope feels so guilty about it. She's going to try and help him out as much as she can, because she just feels so guilty about killing his mom. But obviously she can never tell him that. And so by doing that, you're just you're just making those characters closer. And so I actually think that it's going to be a pretty, popular character pairing. And I do think over the next few episodes, we're going to see that. We're going to see that bond grow a lot, just because, I mean, it never happened before, because Hope never knew that was Elton's mom. And now she knows. And so that's why I think we're going in that direction now. So I can see why people are saying that the world beyond after last week's episode is going to change. Things are going to start going in different directions, or they're actually going to start paying off certain storylines, and things are going to work out better, because I saw that in tonight's episode. They have this truck, and now they can just go drive to New York State. In next week's episode, they can just drive straight there. We can pick up with them just in the vehicle, having driven super far. Maybe they need gas or something like that, but then they'll go and do that, right? I guess they can't forget Huck, so they'll have to go back and get her. So probably not in next week's episode, but maybe sometime by the end of that episode, maybe, I don't know. Iris did get fucked over, though. I've actually not even her. Everyone did, because obviously Percy was it was a trap. Percy set them up to steal all their shit, and then it didn't work, because I guess Iris got to Percy a little bit, and they went back and actually helped them out and took them out. And then that's when all that drama, I guess, started. And that's where I was like, it just seemed really off. It just felt like Iris was really into Percy. And it wasn't just her. It actually seemed like he felt really bad about that. And that like there was a connection between those two characters, because Percy felt really bad for hurting Iris. So I guess there's something there. I don't know. That's just kind of the vibe I got. But we meet this new guy here, and I'd never caught his name, but it's Percy's uncle. And he seems really cool. Both of these characters seem really fun and exciting, and I do think it's going to add a lot to this show, because this cast alone, it's not as fun and exciting. And these characters here, I mean, Matt Negretti said these two characters are like his favorite, or he said something like that anyways. He's really excited about these two characters. And you can kind of see that in the writing. These two characters are a lot of fun. I liked at the ending there, the whole show of the end of the world. It was so sad. It was tragic, but all of it just kind of, I don't know. It was a beautiful scene. And now it was just such a great scene. I really did enjoy that scene. I think tonight's episode was probably one of the better episodes in a while for The Walking Dead World Beyond. I still like the premiere. I just, to me, the premiere is like my favorite episode still, but I did enjoy, I guess, going along on this journey with the characters, meeting these two new characters, and all the fun scenes we got at the end with these two new characters. I definitely think tonight's episode was an upgrade over past ones. It's not like an amazing episode. It's not like a great episode. I wouldn't say it's a great episode. It was just, all other episodes are kind of like, okay. Episode 2, I think, is just bad. But this one's like, it's a good episode. I actually enjoyed it. And I think if they go in this direction for the future and future episodes, I think this season could pick up a little bit. It's definitely going to need work for season 2. But like, yeah, I would say tonight's episode overall was a good episode. They have a truck now, right? Now they can drive to New York State. And so let's see them do that, I guess. Like, that's what I was wondering about, was how it's going to take forever for them to get there. We're going to have to skip some time. And can they realistically travel that far? I guess now they can. So we'll just have to wait and see, because now that they have that, it's not going to take them that long. It's not going to take them months, right? It should happen a lot faster. It might take them a few days. So we'll see where they go, because tonight's episode was episode 6, right? We have 4 more episodes after this. We are nearing the end point of this season, so things are going to start picking up, especially with tonight's post-credit scene. We got a little bit of a teaser. There wasn't as much as the first post-credit scene we got a couple episodes back, or 2 episodes back, but it was still a great post-credit scene because we're starting to see more of, I guess, the inhumane side of the CRM. And then we heard some Walker growls and all of that, so that's kind of interesting. And I do think the third post-credit scene that we do get is going to hint at a lot more. I don't know if we're going to get it at the end of 7 or 8, but I do think we're going to get another one. There's just like, I feel like this was the second part to something. The first one we got was whatever. We saw that she was kind of like heartless. It seemed like it anyways. This was just her job. She's doing these tests, and now we saw the doctor. This one here, we learned some stuff. I guess they're talking about Iris and stuff like that, and that they were just going to take care of them. So there's that. And I think there's going to be a third one that just kind of connects all through them. I don't know. But overall, I thought tonight's episode worked really well. It went a lot better than I thought it was going to go. I wasn't really sure what they were going to do with this new character. And I think it was a lot. It was exciting when they went to go steal that truck and they went through all of that. That was just, it was a lot of fun. The reveal that this was a setup, that was also a lot of fun. And you get the ending scenes. Like tonight's episode was just, it was good. I enjoyed it. So I'm going to leave it here. Post all your thoughts down below. Hope you guys all enjoyed the video. Make sure to be a subscriber if you do want more Walking Dead content like this. And I'll see you guys in the next one.